It all starts as most stories do, whether or not a horse can fly. What? Yes. You see, back in 1878, a guy named Edward Muybridge and another guy named Leland Stanford placed a wager on how a horse runs. Now, Muybridge believed that during the horse's stride, at some point, all four hooves leave the ground. And, of course, Stanford disagreed. So they placed a series of cameras on the ground, the horse ran by, it took photos, the photos were put together, and thus the first moving picture was created. And Muybridge won his bet.
Score.
But it begs the question, was this the first motion picture ever made? I mean, wildly entertaining, yes. But was it the first movie? Then several years later, in 1888, a guy named Louis Le Prince invents the first single-lens camera, which shoots a continuous strip of film. He calls it the MK2, and what does he shoot with it? Round hay garden scene, which is, it's just so boring. They're just walking around in a garden. The very next year, father of all things patented, Mr. Thomas Edison, records and copyrights what he feels is the first movie ever made, The Sneeze. But it wasn't an easy movie to make. In fact, Edison's lackey, Fred Ott, he couldn't actually sneeze. Granted, this isn't an easy task. A lot of actors can't sneeze on film. In the end, they just shoved chewing tobacco up his nose, and that did the trick. So I guess you could say he was really one of the world's first bad actors.
He scored a touchdown!
So now you've got pictures, continuous film, copyrighted movies, and actors. What are you missing? Projection. We cut to the Lumire Brothers. On December 28, 1895, in a small Paris cafe, in the basement, Louis and Auguste Lumire hosted an evening of motion pictures. They sold tickets, they attracted a crowd, but most importantly, they projected the motion pictures on a screen. And this was unheard of. The runtime of the evening? Just over 6.5 minutes. But it was a cinematic success. So what was the first movie ever made? Well, there really is no answer. In fact, it's a stupid question. I don't even know why I asked that question. It's stupid.